In today's video, we're going to be talking about APT, otherwise known as Advanced Persistent Threat. My name is Rich. I'm one of the co-founders here at Elevate. And in today's video, we're going to go ahead and cover why you should understand this terminology if you're planning to transition over to cybersecurity. For those of you who are new to our channel, we help people transition into a career in cybersecurity, either as an entry-level cybersecurity analyst or as a certified ethical hacker. So let's go ahead and talk about APT, not to be confused with this video here, which is that catchy song that's been dropped all year. Nope, not that song, although it is a fun one. Advanced Persistent Threat stands for, as it says, Advanced Persistent Threat. APTs. So APTs, advanced. Operators behind the threat have full spectrum of intelligence gathering techniques at their disposal. Persistent. These operators have very specific objectives. And threat. They're a threat because they have the capability and both the intent. Now, something that I also want to go ahead and cover, because the rhetoric has been really strong lately, is advanced persistent threats, or APTs, can be state or state sponsored. So this could either be a group that is backed up or funded by another country. So we've seen some pretty strong rhetoric recently about the U.S. Treasury just got hacked, or North Korea had basically a group that hacked about 308 million in cryptocurrency from Japan very recently. I've covered that in separate videos. But why you need to go ahead and know this is because if you're gonna go and let's just say join a company, you need to know that depending on the scale of the position that you're holding, you might have to go ahead and actually interact with some of these folks. It's kind of a disgusting part of the business, but it could also be very fun. And there's no way that you can actually do your job well without understanding how it is that they think. A big part of transitioning over to cybersecurity and also moving up the ranks and going into a certified ethical hacker position is really understanding the mindset of a hacker and how they are going to go ahead and actually look for vulnerabilities in the cybersecurity infrastructure. So it's very different for those of you who are trying to transition into cybersecurity to start looking at how would you go ahead and protect a bank, or how would you go ahead and provide security for a bank, versus if you were a consultant that used to rob banks and you were the biggest bank robber ever. Yeah, a lot of people don't know this, but if you guys ever watched this one movie, this movie here was actually based on a true story where this FBI agent, it's really old, but it's really fun. Absolutely recommend you guys watch it if you guys just want an easy laugh. This is when Leonardo DiCaprio was way younger. It was called Catch Me If You Can. Frank Abagnale, this guy was a con man who was posing as a pilot, doctor, lawyer, and he basically cashed forged checks. He ended up getting arrested at the very end of the movie. Spoiler alert, but I mean, come on, it's released back in 2002. At the very end of the movie, and this is actually based on a true story, he ended up working off his sentence by consulting with the FBI. And became somewhat of a celebrity, by the way. It was actually pretty interesting, but he was consulting with the FBI and kind of told them hey, this is how I would go about it, and it really helped them understand kind of the mindset of a robber. This is basically the modern version of that. So if you're interested in transitioning over to cybersecurity, I'm going to go ahead and cover in my next video some of the biggest hacker groups, or APTs. They all have a designation and they all have a number. I don't know exactly how these numbers, how did that person get APT, they're known as APT 33, APT 36, APT 28. I don't even know how these I don't even know. It'd be pretty interesting if these groups actually got offended. What do you mean they're number one? I mean, I definitely feel like we'd actually hit our mark that year. I'm going to be covering that and then some. But if you're interested in transitioning over to cybersecurity, I absolutely recommend it as a profession. It gives you a few things: a pretty high degree of financial freedom. It's a very well-paid role. Number two is location freedom. People that work in cybersecurity are able to work remote and anywhere around the world because cybersecurity attacks do not operate within borders. It is global. It does not have borders. And it also gives you some degree of time freedom because cybersecurity attacks don't just stop after 6 p.m. at night. So if you wanted to go ahead and work abroad and make the same amount of money as an American for the same position that your like CompTIA Security Plus certification or your certified ethical hacker certification entitles you to those roles anywhere around the world, this is definitely the field for you. My name is Rich. I'm one of the co-founders here at Elevate, and either myself or my team is very much looking forward to speaking with you. Click on the link here to schedule a call with us. Let's go ahead and talk very soon. I'll have more hacker news for you pretty much almost every single day for the rest of the month. Don't forget to subscribe.